Hi, so I thought we'd do some breath work today and a little bit of guided meditation with a tiny little stretch in there as well. So try to find some time for yourself in the day where you're not going to be disturbed, and then find a space on the floor or on your carpet or on your mat or your bed even. You don't need too much room, you just need to be able to stretch your arms up and overhead and your legs out long. Make sure that you're warm and let's go. So finding your way to the floor. And let's just extend the legs out in front of us, nice and easy, soft in the backs of the knees, lifting up and out of the seat, up straight through the back, and let's just reach those arms up and out in front of us. Dropping the shoulder blades down behind and the thumbs facing up, just inhale and reach the arms above the head. As we exhale, we're just going to drop the arms down through the front of the body, find that slight scoop in the abdominals and drawing away at the spine. Inhaling the arms up, back to straight, and exhaling back and down. Inhaling up, exhaling back down, inhaling up, and exhaling back down. One more breath here, inhaling up, exhaling back down, and then coming all the way to the floor. Control that descent to the floor, reach the arms up and overhead, bring the legs together, and then just reach those arms to the side so they're in that horizontal T position, legs together. From here, we're just going to inhale. And as you exhale, we're just going to reach that arm up and overhead, reaching towards that other arm, slight twist in the upper body, and then bringing that back down and reaching out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arm up, exhale the arm over. Inhale the arm up, and exhale the arm over. Inhale the arm up, and from here just bringing the feet up to that natural supine position, ankles together, knees together, inner thighs together, and just allow the knees to float down towards one side and then turning the head to the other side to look at the outstretched arm. Inhaling into that rib cage, exhale and reach that arm up and over, all the way we meet towards the other hand. Here, inhale, exhale, and scoop that hand away so it lengthens and reaches up towards the ceiling. Find the shoulder back on the floor, the second shoulder back on the floor. Try to keep the knees together. And again, inhale, exhale that arm up and over, reaching and expanding with every single move. Inhale, exhale, reach a little longer away and reach that up and over. One more, reaching up, extending out. Find the stretch, the length through that arm, reaching it all the way through. Inhale, exhale, and bringing that back, keeping that shoulder down and finding that lovely outward stretch. From here, we bring the head to center, the knees to center. Inhale and exhale and just allow the knees to soften over to the other direction where the head comes to the other way. Inhale, exhale, extension through with that arm, lifting the fingertips towards the ceiling and reaching that through, and it touches the other hand. Inhale, exhale, push away with that hand, lengthen, trying to keep the head on the floor, the knees together, the inner thighs together, and reach and open and stretch. Reach away with that arm, reach long, up towards the ceiling, dropping that hand towards and beyond and further away from that hand, reach long again, and reach and lift and lengthen up. So again, with each movement that you do, you're trying to create more space in the body, more length, and a bigger circle that you'd be creating with the arm. Making this one your last one, making that reach up, up and out, finding that lovely open quality of the chest, that rotation through the spine, allowing the back to soften, head to come to center, knees to come to center. From here, we're just going to reach the arms up and overhead if there's room, and the legs down to the floor. Nice long stretch here, and then bring the arms around the side and bring the knees in towards the chest, and then just hugging the knees in towards the chest. And then here we're just going to inhale the knees slightly away, exhale and just draw them in towards the body, slightly lifting that tailbone off the floor. Inhale away, exhale, draw them in. Inhale away, exhale, draw them in. Inhale away, exhale, draw them in. Inhale away, and exhale, draw them in. We're going to bring the knees out around the side, creating circles, keeping the hands on the knees, keeping the toes together, keeping the back and the head on the floor. One more circle. And from here, just drawing the left knee in towards the body and the right leg long across the floor. And then switching that out. Switching that out again. And one more switch out. From here, bringing both knees in one final time, squeeze and place the feet on the floor. So from here, the hands can either be placed on the hips, on the belly, or you can take your hands out to the side, maybe turn the palms upwards towards the ceiling, and that's going to open you out in the chest a little bit more. So here you can shut your eyes and just listen to my voice and try and really get a sense of letting the body go completely into the mat or the carpet or the floor or the surface that you're on. And I just want you to start thinking about the breath. You don't need to do anything other than notice the flow of the breath in and out of the body. And just noticing whether you breathe high up in your chest, shallow breaths, or whether you breathe deeper and lower into your belly. And then I just want you to start to take the breathing a little bit slower and breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. It's not great big deep breaths, just small breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep that breathing going in through the nose and out through the mouth. And each time that you breathe in, I want you to try to start to direct the breath to places in the body. So to start with, I want you to direct that breath to the back of the ribs, opening out all those intercostal muscles between the rib cage, and always just letting it come out through the mouth in your own time, in your own pattern of breathing. But each time that breath comes in, just start to direct it a little bit deeper. Maybe it runs down into that thoracic spine, a little bit lower than the ribs. And then maybe directing it right down into the base of the back, into the tailbone. And each breath that you take in through the nose, direct the breath a little bit deeper into the body. And then letting it come out through the mouth naturally. And wherever you are, I'm going to ask you to take 2 more breaths. In through the nose, filling the body, backs of the ribs, down the spine, into that lower back, maybe into the pelvis, and then releasing the breath. And in your final next breath, just drawing it in through the back, through the spine, through the lower back, through the pelvis, the hips, and into the belly. And maybe even the front of the ribs, and then just let that breath go. Allow the breath to just come back to normal. Maybe wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Making sure that you feel those feet planted on the floor, really grounded. And we're just going to direct that breath slightly differently. So you're still going to breathe in through the nose. But you're going to take a breath over a count of 3 counts in through the nose. So breathing in for 3, 1, 2, 3. And now hold that breath for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now allow the breath to come out for 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold the breath on empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just allow the breath to come in and out naturally in your normal breathing pattern. Good, we're going to try that again. So getting ready, exhaling the breath and then breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Letting the breath out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And holding empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow the breath to come back to normal. And then we're just going to do that one more time. In fact, we're going to go twice more through without a rest in the middle. So exhaling the breath. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold on empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. Allow the breath back in for 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath on full for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold on empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. If you can, one more round. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath full for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the breath out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold the breath empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. And just allow the breath to come in, back in through the body and breathe naturally and normally. Still with your eyes shut, I want you to lengthen the legs away one at a time so the legs are long. The hands can still be on the floor, palms face up, or you can place your hands on your abdomen, on your belly, on your hips, wherever is good for you. And in this position, I just want you to start thinking of the body on the floor. The breath is just naturally flowing in and out of the body, maybe just using the nose this time. And I want you to try and get a sense of being able to look down on yourself or over yourself. I'm just going to scan the body from the toes, the big toe, up past the toes, past the feet, the heels, the ankles, the shins and calf, the front and back of the knee, the front of the thigh, the back of the thigh, into the hips, the pelvis, the glutes, the belly, the lower back, the ribs, the back of the ribs, thoracic spine, up, passing through the chest, across the chest, into the shoulders, and down each arm, past the elbows, forearms, wrists and fingers. And then just take that attention and gaze up, back to the shoulders, the neck, the chin, the head, back of the head, over the top of the scalp and the face. And then just allow that scan to come back down through from the top of the head all the way down, passing all through the body, center point, hips, thighs, knees, ankles and feet, and we're back to where we began. And from here, I just want you to take that scan a little bit more. So I want you to start at the bottom of the body, and I want you to think about the heels being heavier. And really root those heels down. You don't need to move or do anything. Just the sense of the heels drawing down into the mat beneath you. And then tracking up and allowing that natural arch of the ankle to float. And then into the back of the calves, lengthening through the shins, softening into the knees, and the gap again at the back of the knees, which just softens and allows the kneecap and the joint to just be free and easy. Travelling up the front of the thigh into the hips and the back of the thigh, easing those hamstrings into the glutes and just resting your attention and focus on the hips, the pelvis and the belly. And here maybe bringing the hands onto the hips and belly, and just try to see a colour, maybe a warmth, a gold, a yellow, an orange around the centre of the stomach and hips and pelvis. And still using the breath in through the nose and out through the nose, just breathe into that belly, into that colour, into the area where you're focusing your attention to. One more breath here. And allowing that gaze to just travel up into the ribs, the chest, the neck, the shoulders, the face, softening the jaw, softening the eyes, and allowing the mouth to just open and breathe naturally in through the nose, out through the mouth, feeling a softening all around the joints. And then just taking a really nice deep breath in through the nose and sighing it out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good work. And you can allow yourself to just roll onto the side, pushing up through and into your seated position. And I hope you enjoyed that. And it's something that you can practice and maybe do a little bit more with the breathing, a bit more with the focusing of the mind and the visualizations. But I hope you enjoyed it. Take care and have a lovely, restful rest of your day or evening.